Hi and welcome to the Geelong race for 2018. My name is Simon Dryden. Really good news, we've got 35 competitors coming with us to Geelong tomorrow night, so that's going to be a great race. The only thing that's changed for those who haven't seen it yet, but there is a change in the sailing instructions. There was some incorrect description of some marks, so most important that you make sure you have this 1.41 sailing version of the sailing instructions. So if you haven't got those, just make sure you download them. Alright, so we've got a great fleet going down there. Let's go and have a look at what the weather's got in store for us. So if we broadly start with the satellite map, we can see the satellite map here taken on Friday afternoon. And those of you in Melbourne today will have felt the rain this morning. That this is the system that came through and caused that rain band. And this is the secondary front that's coming through tomorrow morning, they're expecting, followed by this one here. For those of you who don't know, when you see this sort of grey speckled cloud behind front, those are basically little thunderstorms, and they contain a lot of cold air and can have ice, and so you can get quite gusty cold conditions with that particular feature. If we go and have a look at the weather map now, and looking at the weather map, and we'll go and look at 10 o'clock on Saturday, and you can see by this particular weather map the isobars are pretty much pointing to a southwesterly flow. The little kinks and things in it might change it slightly as it goes. And if we look at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, the broad view is that the isobars are getting further apart, so the wind should moderate as the day goes on. So probably in the 20 knots or so in the morning, and down to the 10 to 15 knots by the time we get to Saturday afternoon. So if we go and have a look at MET-I, and we'll just go and look at the wind speeds. And here we set for 10 o'clock on Saturday morning, and you can see here we're in a broad westerly flow. If you go and look at 1 a.m. and 4 a.m. and you can see that basically it's in broad westerly flow from that front, and by 10 a.m. it's still in there. The important thing to know is it's going to go hard left around 1 o'clock, so into the southwest. So from the start time, when it's more just slightly south of west, to when you get to 1 o'clock, it's going to go southwest. Interesting thing is that if you're well down the coast, we shouldn't get it, but the further down you are in the middle of the bay, the size of the waves will increase, and the wind will be stronger. So there is a thought to be trying to keep over this side where you'll be in less waves, so should have a faster point of sail. So there's something to consider. And if we look as we go into Saturday evening, there is nothing untoward in the weather. The wind's generally moderating to 10 to 15 knots, so it should be quite comfortable. If we go and have a look at the wave forecasts and we get to 10 a.m, we can see, we'll just expand this out a little bit, but you can see that in this chart here it's got the 1 to 1.5 meter waves here, and the 0.5, you know, the 0.5 to 1 in this area here. If we go through the day up to 1600, you can see that this part of the bay definitely has stronger, so it's got the 1 to 1.5 meters and still much less waves in here. So there's a thing that you can look at. But overall, I think it's going to be quite a good day. A little bit of beating when you get down the way. I think it's going to be pretty much beating, but if it does shift a little bit more to the south, there'll be that lovely reach into the finish line, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I think it might be pretty hard on the wind all day, so it's bring your padding to sit on the rail, and we'll see you down at Geelong for a party. Thanks.